Howdy.
How we doing?
All right.
Good. What are some of the challenges that you've had in the last couple of weeks with the line being banged up and one guy not being able to go 100%, maybe limited in this area and that area? Does it change what you guys actually do, or you just proceed forward and kind of hope for the best?
Try to proceed forward and do what we do. I mean, with a lot of the different combinations we have right now, we've had to adjust some things that we do. Figuring out the guys that can make some plays, that have the experience to do it, and trying to get the ball in their hands as best we can. And when we're getting guys in that haven't played much, trying to run plays that they can execute without making mental mistakes. So that all ties into it.
Has the scaled down package made it more difficult for your guys because maybe defenses have a little better idea what's coming, or what?
Oh, I don't think it's about them knowing what's coming. It's still about execution. You know, it's you go back to the last two games where we've obviously struggled on offense, and you can really point out just really execution issues with us, basic stuff. You know, we dropped 2 potential touchdown passes the week before. We had a potential touchdown catch. This last week we didn't go. We get a right tackle laid off the ball, poor set, give up a sack on the 3rd down. We get a ball tip. We got a guy that didn't quite run his route. You know, it's just those little things. And some of it's guys that haven't played much before, and they just, you know, they're not executing to the level you want. And that's really what it comes down to is whether you're running 20 plays or 120 plays in the game. You look, there's a bunch of offenses in this country that the guy goes out there with a napkin and has 20 plays on there and scores 50 points, and there's guys out there that got a book. It's still just about execution and running the play properly and having the people make plays when they get the opportunities, and that's really what we need to get done.
Can you put a percentage on what percent of the playbook you're limited to at this point with so many guys out?
You know, I would say we're probably bringing in about 60% of what we've brought in a normal game, but that's not necessarily bad. It's still, we still have carrying the same types of plays and shots and different things we want to do. Sometimes you're a little limited of who can run those plays, and sometimes you get hamstrung with, okay, this guy's out now, we can't run this play because nobody's ever done it before, and you know, there's things that go with that. You know, when you got guys that you know, can blow the top off the defense, you can do more things like that. When you don't, you got to find more creative ways to do it. And so, you know, again, I just go back to our execution. You know, we can't turn the ball over, number one, and we have to execute at a high level. And 3rd downs, I mean, that's really what it comes down to. You know, we did a much better job last week of being in 3rd and medium and 3rd and short, and we still didn't execute. You know, the 3rd mediums are the ones that you got to be at least 50%, and we weren't. And so that's where we got to find a way to be able to execute those plays.
How was your offensive line rated out the last 2 weeks?
You know, I felt like we were better against Georgia Tech than Duke. I felt like Duke, we didn't play to the level we were capable of. I thought we kind of got out of a rhythm. We got out of, they did a lot of things to kind of game up our inside game. We needed to attack the perimeter better, and we didn't get that done. And then I thought against Georgia Tech, other than a couple of plays, there were some good things there. You know, you go back and look, and we were on 1st down runs, we were 75% efficient at 5 yards or more, which is a good thing, you know, but we just didn't sustain it. We couldn't, you know, again, 3rd and 3, and you don't get the 1st down. You know, we had a 3rd and 1, we didn't get the 1st down. We have 3rd and 4, we don't get, when you get ahead of the sticks, you got to be able to convert, and we didn't do that. You know, we're not hitting the explosive plays that we are accustomed to, so we have to be highly efficient. And that just gets into these young guys being disciplined to do the right thing every snap and be able to execute.
What's easier? Is it easier to rely on explosive plays when you have so much experience, or is it opposite of trying to work your way down the field? That would seem to require more efficiency.
Well, obviously it does, but it's personnel dictated as well. You know, when certain guys are out of your lineup and can't go, it's not a situation where every guy we can throw it over the top, or every guy's going to create an explosive play for us. So sometimes you don't have that at your disposal, so we got to find ways to be efficient, you know, and it's just what it is. It's offensive football is execution. I don't care what you run and what you do. There's a lot of ways to do it. You just have to execute.
How do you think